Hello everyone and welcome back. Let's conclude the implementation of our getUserID middleware. There are a couple of problems with it. Did you spot them? The first one is that handleSessionCookie is returning a promise and we are not handling the result of that promise. So there is nothing preventing the middleware chain from proceeding using next before the promise is resolved. That means before the user ID is available in the request. So this could cause us timing issues. We do get a warning here from our IDE. Let's have a look at it and fix the warning. We're going to use a then block here and we're going to say if this handleSessionCookie promise resolves successfully, then we're going to call next, and just to be on the safe side, if an error occurs, let's also specify here error handling. In this case, we would like to add some logging here, but we want to make sure that we are going to always call next. So let's quickly log the result of the error using console.error. We are going to pass in here the error that we would have received here in this catch block. So the goal here is we are only calling next when the user ID property, if present, has been filled in. So the rest of the middleware chain and concretely our route handling logic will only be executed if the user ID is already filled in. Otherwise, we might run into timing issues. Let's also remove this call to next, otherwise this would mean that the middleware chain would continue, so we would still have the same issue. And with this in place, we now have this global catch block that is going to ensure that we never run into hanging HTTP requests. If something goes wrong in the promise chain, at least we have the guarantee that this middleware code will not block the whole server. But we can also add here some specific error handling logic using a try-catch block. So we are going to move this logic here inside the try block, and this is one of the great features of async await. If there is an error here as we are awaiting for this promise to decode the JSON Web Token, we are going to be able to catch it here using this syntax. So in this case, we would simply log this error here to the output. Let's put here an error message that indicates what the problem is. And we are also going to log in here the error. And with this in place, we have completed the implementation of our user retrieval middleware. This middleware will only extract the user. It will not grant or revoke access to a given route. The middleware chain is going to continue and the user information is going to be attached to the request. Let's see an example of a route where we are going to use that user information.